What is poppin'? What's up, beautiful people? So I just wanted to make a video on how to have a psychedelic experience without taking psychedelics. And I know some people are like, that's not possible. And some people are like, I know how to do that. And some people are like, psychedelic, what is that? So first things first, what are psychedelics? And how do they benefit us? Well, psychedelics are typically herbal medicines that help us receive and experience a different part of our consciousness. And a lot of the times it heightens our senses and helps us feel the connection to the earth, to others, to ourselves, and it helps us break through a lot of emotional barriers and baggages that we typically carry throughout the body. So essentially, psychedelics help us with healing. Psychedelics help us reach enlightenment, and psychedelics help us with so many internal benefits that help us evolve and help us grow and release and heal. So you can do different things in the psychedelic realm, such as mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of my favorite psychedelics because typically people say that they don't like mushroom, well, that they don't prefer mushrooms over other psychedelics because you feel like you're in the passenger seat and not the driver's seat. But in some other cases with other psychedelics, you can have a little bit more control. But in my opinion, the point of psychedelics is to release control, all right, and to submit, right, to your creativity, to your highest potentials, and to submit to your emotions. A lot of the times we carry fear in the body, and because we carry fear in the body, it's stored in our nervous system. And because we hold on to these feelings, we have certain traumas and triggers and reaction to things because we are holding on to all of these just different emotions that aren't benefiting or serving our bodies, such as anger, such as sadness, things like this. Now, it's beneficial as a human being to feel emotions and be able to harmonize yourself and transmute the emotions, right? But it's not beneficial to feel it and then hold on to it. And that's where we get kind of stuck because we don't know how to truly let the emotions flow throughout the body. We stop them. It's like we suppress them and we stop them. So a lot of the times we have trouble being able to harmonize with our emotions because we don't know how to truly just feel. And that's a lot of people's issues. We don't know how to feel. We don't want to feel anger, but yet we stay stuck in an angry, self-sabotaging, kind of mood. When somebody says something to us that offends us, we're quick to respond, but once you have been able to release it and let anger flow and transmute anger, then you know how to not respond so quickly. You know how to rationalize, you know how to, say, I know that it's not me, it's you. I know that it's not me, it's you. And if you're reactive to anything, then that's because it's something that you're holding on to. And we kind of have this understanding, so we're not so quick to respond or to react to our environments or to anything that triggers us. So that's one thing I really truly love about psychedelics. I also really love that psychedelics can put us deeper into our imaginations. Our imagination is so powerful. It's how we are able to manifest things here in this realm. It's how we're able to bring the thoughts and make them things, right? That's the whole point of our imagination. You know, when you are able to truly envision something and truly bring it to the surface in the forefront of your mind, then you are able to bring it out of the mind, bring that vision out of the mind, put action to it, and make that thing happen. Make it a real experience. Make it something that becomes your reality, right? But it takes a lot of focus, and because our emotions are so everywhere and we're so distracted by all these different things, it's hard for us to truly have that awareness to where we can manifest, because we're so focused on the things that we don't want instead of the things that we do want. So that hinders us from being able to have these beautiful experiences. There's a lot of peace and love in the world if you truly allow yourself to let go and release and just connect to everything, right? Right. Yes. So those are some of the benefits of psychedelic. Now, how to have a psychedelic experience without psychedelics. And I know some of you are like, what? That's not possible. Yes, it is. It is very possible. We naturally carry certain things in our body that we can tap into, right? The mind is very powerful. So we carry different energies in our body that we're able to truly tap into once we know how to activate these things. And activation of the different parts of your energy centers, it takes focus, it takes concentration, and it also takes breath work. So for you to be able to have a psychedelic experience, you want to first be able to meditate. Meditation. Being able to really flow, let the thoughts flow, not stop, because some people think we're supposed to get rid of the thoughts when we meditate, and that's not the case. Your mind is made to think. That is literally the the whole point of the mind, is just to think, right? To have all these different thoughts. But a part of harmonizing and becoming one with the mind and not letting the mind control you, because you are a spiritual being, have a human experience, not a human being having a spiritual experience. The way to be able to do that is just to not fight the thoughts. Allow them to flow. Allow them to flow. Be the observer of those thoughts. Allow them to just naturally come in. And if they distract you, if one thought leads you somewhere, all you have to do is recenter yourself and focus on whatever you're focusing on, whatever your intention is for that practice or for that meditation, whether it be breath work, whether it be envisioning something that you want to manifest, whether it just be clearing the mind, right? And to clear the mind, it takes a little bit of imagination, and it takes now you'll never be able to truly clear the mind, but you'll be able to, it's a little hard to explain, but you'll be able to really kind of like know how to pause the thoughts in a sense. And if you're somebody who practices meditation, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So being able to meditate, practicing meditation, just getting into a silent space, to where getting in a comfortable space and a silent space where you can really relax, either sitting in easy pose, which is just legs crossed. We know, some people know it as crisscross applesauce, and meditating in nature, which really helps because nature is always there to help you relax, help the body really come to a natural state, a natural flowing state. So if you're able to be out in nature and meditate, it is very beneficial for you. And especially the sun gives you that good old vitamin D and just gives you energy and vitalizes the mind, body, and spirit. So being able to meditate is helped me so much. And I will say I don't have a practice where I meditate every day. I'm starting to get more deeper into my practices, but I tell people I'm a walking meditation. You know, I'm always on the other side. I've truly been able to experience life and put myself in a way to where I know how to let my thoughts flow, and I know how to be the observer of my thoughts, even when I'm just walking, and even when now of course I'm a human being, so I have my moments where I can be distracted. I have my moments where I can be out of focus. I have my moments, and it's a part of the experience, and why it makes it so beautiful to practice these things. Because if you've never experienced a blissful state, psychedelics and having a psychedelic experience will definitely get you there. So meditation is one step. Being able to harmonize the breath and let the breath flow and be connecting to the breath is an amazing way to get deeper into your meditations. And what I mean by that is there are things like holotropic breath work, which is very good for releasing DMT. DMT is naturally stored in the brain. That is the chemical that is released when we are transitioning to the other side, meaning when we're dying, DMT is released throughout the brain. So that just shows you already that life is a trip. Life is a dream. Life is just enlightenment. Okay? So when you are able to connect with the breath, it is able to heighten and awaken the Kundalini energy within inside of you. What is Kundalini energy? Kundalini energy is the serpent that rests at or known as the sexual energy, that rests at the bottom of our root chakra, right? It's known as Shakti energy, feminine energy. And when we're able to raise this energy up within the body through meditation, breath work, and honestly, Kundalini rises up and down naturally throughout the body through points of our lifetime. So, sorry y'all, I live near airport, the plane. I gotta let the plane have this. I can't go without making a video without the plane being like, hey, I'm fly. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. But being able to raise the Kundalini energy and have that awareness to where Shakti meets Shiva, because we have a masculine energy in us and we have a feminine energy in us. And when we raise both of these energies up to harmonize them and let them naturally flow through to the crown chakra, it goes through all of the chakras. And this energy is able to flow through the highest point, even above our, of course, because we know our crown chakra isn't our head, it's above our head. So when we allow this energy to raise, right, we're able to truly connect with our creativity, our highest potential, and really harmonize with self and being able to understand self a lot more deeper. So, and everybody has Kundalini energy, and we all are able to tap into our highest potential and just all different potentials, all different parts of who we are. So the breath work allows you to raise that energy within yourself. So meditation and breath work are amazing combinations. And I would even more so go to say that doing things like Reiki or even crystals, adding crystals to your meditations and connecting with that energy, it really does benefit and it really does help you when it comes to just connecting to the earth element. And all these different things, all these different resources, all these different tools we have are things that help us become more aware of the things that we have inside of ourselves, the energies that we carry inside of ourselves. So being able to really just calm the mind, tap into the breath, open up the heart, and not be afraid to experience things that, you know, people have a lot of fear when it comes to experiencing spiritual enlightenment. And I've even seen videos that kind of, you know, go against it. But it really just takes for you to be open to experiencing it And there are, of course, all different kinds of energies in the world. And everything is about pure intention. Everything is about the intent that you have inside of yourself. If you have fear inside of you, your guides are going to reveal that to you, and they're going to show you what you need to release. If you are seeing dark energies and all of this and all of that is you. All of those things are you, a part of you, right? We are not perfect. None of us are. And I don't want to go into a rant or too deep into that. I really want to stick on what I want to say, but we all have different energies inside of us, and it really just takes for us to explore those energies and not judge them, because as soon as we start judging them and demonizing them, those are when we start to see the shadows or the bad spirits and all these different, or have energy attacks. It's about knowing how to protect your energy, which you can naturally do because we all have guides, and when we contact and we get in tune with those guides, it helps us when it comes to our journey, and it comes to us understanding these different energies, whether they be considered good or bad. But essentially it's just energy. It's just energy, and it's going to respond off of how you respond to yourself. But it's about having awareness and being aware and being in tune. I've been experiencing love, pure love, because I honestly just think everything that we do in the spiritual realm is just based off of pure love and pure light. So and darkness is a form of light. It's just hidden light, but it's essentially a form of light. It's actually the highest form of light. Okay, yes. All right. So when we get deeper into those things, the esoteric knowledge and things like that, we start to have a deeper understanding of our shadows. We start to have a deeper understanding of things that we have been through in our past, and not even just in our past in this lifetime, but also our past in past lifetimes. All right. And we start to realize the things that we even need to let go from those lifetimes, right? Which lead us here today, in the present, in the now. And we're able, as soon as we shift our thoughts, as soon as we shift our perspective, then we're able to truly align ourselves with the things that we really want to align with, and the things that we really want to manifest and desire, because our heart is open, and now we're able to truly receive the things instead of them being blocked off from us, because we're putting accountability into things that are on the outside of us and not things that are on the inside of us. Truly learning to take accountability of self is a huge step in spirituality. Knowing it's about you. It's not about anything on the outside of you. Nothing. Everything goes back to self. People ask me, what does this tattoo here mean? Yes, it is the 3 different passages or lifetimes that we go through, which is all different types of cycles, but all of the cycles lead back to self, right? We're young, we're teenagers, then we're adults, right? And we continue to grow, and we always continue to evolve, no matter what age we are, what point we're at. But it's just about having that awareness. When you have that stagnation or those blockages, is because you haven't gave yourself the opportunity to opening up your heart, right? It always goes back to the heart. It is the core of who we are. It is the core to who we are. So practicing meditation, practicing breath work, and including things such as crystals or Reiki healing, there's so many different types of things, but it really just depends on what's speaking to your spirit. You know, a lot of people these days are going to retreats and going to different workshops when it comes to spirituality, and we are getting in a time to where people are starting to be more aware, wanting to learn about themselves and wanting to feel connected to everything. And I think it's a beautiful process. And I think that we all can learn together and grow together. But as I said, and I will say again, it's about having the heart open and being willing to have pure intentions, and just letting go of a lot of old beliefs. A lot of the times we're so stuck on this belief that we have, and when it comes to somebody else expressing an opinion or a belief or anything that they may have a perspective on, we get offended, or we feel like we have something to defend. And there's nothing to defend, because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Everybody has their own perspective about life, right? So we have to be open to sharing that perspective. We have to be open to receiving other people's perspective, because that is the cycle of life, right? Energy just cycles in and out, over and over, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I think that's a song. But that's what I wanted to come on here and talk about today. I will, of course, as I always say, be making more videos about psychedelic breath work. Of course, I'm going to be practicing more of my Kundalini yoga, and also I'm going to put this on my Kundalini. This is right now, of course, going to be on my Kundalini yoga channel. But if you have not seen, or if you have not subscribed, in which I will leave the link down at the bottom in the description box, please subscribe to my channel for Kundalini yoga. Kundalini yoga will help you so much when it comes to bringing the body to balance and raising up the energy inside yourself. But it takes a lot of breath work. It takes a lot of mantras. It just, and different asanas, and it can be a little bit intense for certain people. But if you are open to exploring that, if you're open to understanding it a little more, and if you're open to just oneness, definitely subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I really appreciate everyone for listening, subscribing, and just being here. I've met so many people here in Chiang Mai who are also on their journey, and this is like the Chiang Mai, Thailand is like the depot of self-exploration. I see that everyone I magnetize here has been on a beautiful journey, and even if they're not on a spiritual journey, they just been beautiful and just have beautiful hearts. And I love that. And it just shows you, even if you're not practicing certain things, even if you don't have crystals, or you're not into esoteric knowledge or occult knowledge, even if you're not into any of that stuff, and you just have a pure heart and you just want to love and experience life, that is truly beautiful. Because I find a lot of Thai people are just naturally like that, and I really think it has a lot to do with the main religion being Buddhist here, because Buddhism teaches a lot about self-enlightenment and things like that. So yeah, it just goes back to show you what we learn and what we're conditioned with definitely has an effect on how we respond to our environment, our life, the people in our lives, and our community. So yeah, I love you guys. You will be seeing more breath work, more meditations, and more yoga asanas. I am practicing yoga. I've had my Kundalini yoga certification for a while, but I'm going to be honest, I was not practicing. I was practicing here and there, but excuse me, it was more so for me just about learning the more, I guess, the more scientific side of it instead of being practical. But practice takes for you to really understand how these things work in the body. So I've been practicing, and I've been teaching a little bit. So, and of course I just got my psychedelic yoga and Reiki 1 and 2, so I'm going to be using those. Chiang Mai has been pulling it out of me. It's like, you're made to do it now. So I'm gonna get to it. I gotta listen to spirit. I have to. The spirit has never, ever, ever led me in a wrong place, ever. So, it is what it is. But because I was gonna go on a little rant there, you see my mind was going. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing, watching my channel. Peace.